It's a mixture of emotions, because from the offset I was fighting a beast. From the offset we spoke the truth. We presented statements of truth for a civil litigation matter, and subsequently we were arrested because obviously this evidence presented, it was in relation to a covert pinhole device that was placed in an interview room where lawyers and clients would actually engage and have their confidentiality meetings. And that's the biggest breach of our constitution. You've got your right to be able to speak in confidence with your lawyer, the same as you do with your GP. No difference in that. And we provided a statement in relation to this device because obviously at the time I was an inspector in charge of drug squad. Sergeant Reyes, or the former Sergeant Reyes, was my deputy back then, and another constable who was arrested with us, Mr. Bolaños. We actually found the device, we removed it, and nothing was ever done about it internally. So that is where a statement was provided, and that statement would obviously have been used in the public inquiry. So by default, by arresting us, by defaming our character, by dragging us through the mud, by executing a search warrant in our residence, despite the fact that I did mention through my lawyer I am willing to provide an interview under caution. They came at 10 to 7 in the morning, so you can imagine the impact it had on my family, particularly my young daughter, who at the time was 8, for saying the truth. And I said it on interview, that is an inconvenient truth because it was found, it shouldn't have been there, and nothing was done about it. No internal investigations were ever conducted. To be taken through the mud by an institution which I was proud to represent, and today I am, the words sometimes cannot express how I now feel. I feel shame of having served that uniform when I always wore it with pride, even when I left it. But I've lost faith in the system.
So you found a camera in an interview room, essentially. You reported it. You're saying nothing was done. You were then arrested and charged with perverting the course of justice.
The offence was a conspiracy in an attempt to pervert the course of justice. So you're looking at a very hefty sentence, and it's not something I wanted to my family to know, but I could have easily been looking at 7 to 10 years for speaking the truth. So how would anyone feel? It's a mixture of emotions. I'm happy, but I'm angry, because I've been unfairly treated, unjustifiably treated. The strain, the stress, the degradation, the tarnishment of my reputation, it's had an impact at work, problems everywhere. Because that's what we created, is chaos in our lives. Chaos affecting our mental health, our personal health. One of my colleagues actually had a cardiac arrest, and after this incident he's had a further 3 strokes. He nearly lost his life for saying the truth. An inconvenient truth to many people, what we said, but it's the truth.
So this has obviously had a huge impact on you, and I'm wondering what's next. What are you going to do now?
Well, our solicitors, Mr. Finch, is actually going to pursue the matter because this has to be investigated independently by a governing body. I'm not going to comment much on that, but we do want proper mutual assistance. The evidence is there to demonstrate the lie, and like they say, justice will prevail and the truth shall set you free, and free we are.